Have you ever scored an absolute bargain and then walked away and wondered, should you feel guilty about it? That's exactly what's happened to me. I've recently picked up some incredible British comic books, way under market value, but it's left me asking myself, did I just get lucky, or did I take advantage of somebody who didn't quite know what they had? So today I'm going to show you guys what I picked up, what I paid, and we'll talk about the ethics of it all. But stick around to find out what it is. This was, it was a steal. Hi everybody, welcome to MJ Comix. I'm James Mack, and if you're new to the channel, please do me a little favour and hit that like button and the subscribe button and that little bell for future notifications. Really appreciate it. But today's video, we're going to be kind of talking about my recent comic haul. I don't know if you can see, I'm currently in the process of moving house. That has been delayed by a couple of weeks, which is rather annoying, but that's why my backdrop is a bit boring, so I apologise for that. But I shouldn't be really buying comic books at the moment because I'm moving house, but I recently picked up some bargains from eBay and from a brick and mortar comic shop. So I'll go through what I picked up and what I paid. You guys in the comments, please let me know what you think. I kind of really feel really bad. I'm not going to lie. But I'm also a collector at heart. So I'm kind of like, yeah, we'll see. But a couple, it's only on really specifically one or two, but let's go through it. So my first purchase was and I've already owned the full set of these in the past. But it's Aliens, the Dark Horse comic run, issues 1 to 6. I picked these up. Here we have them here. But I picked these up for around £13 delivered. £13 and 72 pence. I'll just put it up here. I picked these complete run up, issues 1 to 6. So issue 1 here is actually the 4th print, and you can tell what print it is if you, because obviously from the front cover it's rather difficult to check, but you can, for this one specifically, you can tell by the Dark Horse Comics advert on the back. But normally you can check the inside and it will tell you. You can just see there, it says Aliens 1 4th printing February 1989. But still great comic to own, and great series as well. So I was really happy with that. It's £13 for the entire set, and they're in semi-decent condition as well, which is really, really good. The next lot I had, and I'm a little bit guilty about this one, even though this is another eBay purchase. £24, I picked up Captain Britain issue number 8, which is the first appearance of Betsy Braddock, otherly known as Psylocke. This was issues 8 to 10. 9 and 10 are in the back here. I thought this is an absolute bargain because these things go for quite a bit of money. But again, for £24 for the three of them, couldn't really pass this opportunity to own these books up. You'll see in this video there's quite a few British comics that I've picked up, but really happy to own this. I mean the condition's okay, but it's not great, but I thought it was a really good price. And so some more pickups here were, I went and visited a comic shop that I've not been to for about 3 years, and it was while I was away on like a mini vacation. But here's what I picked up. So Spider-Man Comics Weekly issue number 1. It doesn't have the free Spider-Man gift of the Spider-Man mask, but it's in decent conditions from 1973, but for £12 I really couldn't pass up the opportunity to own this comic book. You'll see a lot of British comics, as I mentioned earlier. Here's another one. It's The Mighty World of Marvel, starring the Incredible Hulk, issue number 100, which is a great cover to obviously the Incredible Hulk issue number 1. So great colour here as well. This was £2, so any book that didn't have a price on it or a sticker was £2. So really cool book for £2, I think. I also found another, I've got a copy of this already, but I'm going to send this out to one of my friends in the US. But this is Mighty World of Marvel, starring the Incredible Hulk, issue number 129, which is the Steranko Hulk annual number 1, like original cover. They changed the face, but that, again, no price on that. That was £2. Next book is Star Wars Weekly, issue number 1. This was £17. It's in fairly okay condition, to be fair. There's a couple of spine ticks down there, but again, this does not have the free gift. It has like a X-Fighter, like you could make your own, like a cutout. So that doesn't have the free gift, but I thought this was cool to own as well. Couldn't pass up that opportunity. This next book, again, was £2. This is the UK Comic Art Convention from 1989, and it's got some really cool stuff. The cover here is done by, I think it's done by John Bolton, but this, as soon as I saw that, does it say John Bolton? Yeah, it says John Bolton on the front just there. But I thought this is really cool. It's got some really cool imagery inside, and I'll be totally honest with you, I know nothing of this book, but again, because it didn't have a price on it, it was £2. But it's got some great art inside, because obviously it was for the comic art convention. I'll try and get some better stills of this to show, but just thought it was really cool. I know nothing of the rarity of this book either. I can't really find any prices online for it. The art convention was in from the 9th of September to the 10th of September 1989, and there's just like such cool artwork in here, which I'm really fascinated by. And then the final book, which is obviously on the thumbnail, I came across this and it didn't have a price on it. This is where my ethics or my dilemma comes into play. I felt really guilty about this, but this is Deadline issue number 1 from 1988. This didn't have a price on it. This was £2. First appearance of Tank Girl. I literally, in all the years I've been collecting comics, I've never seen one of these in the wild. And although I'm not like to be honest, I don't particularly know anything about Tank Girl, but when I obviously immediately knew what it was when I saw it, I kind of felt I didn't really want to pass up the opportunity to own this book, because this book is probably, I don't know, £150 easily, and it's in actually really good condition. Would you submit that for grading? I'll take a little bit of a video of it, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. There's a couple of spine ticks on it, but about 3 spine ticks on it, but it's kind of something that I kind of feel like I would submit for grading. It's kind of that good. But yeah, the dilemma really for me is that should I have said something? I kind of feel like I took advantage of a store owner who didn't quite know what they had. But I mean, I found this going through a hell of a lot of books. So like I spent a fair bit of time going through the stuff, but it was just I don't, what do you guys think? Would you? I know in the past I've mentioned stuff to store owners, but in this particular case, I kind of, again, I just say I didn't really want to pass up the opportunity to own this book. Yeah, and this is nothing. I have not bought this book to sell it. That is not my goal. I'm just a comic collector. I like to collect interesting and rare things. This book, like I say, I've never seen this out in the wild. It's a UK comic book. I am based in the UK, so I was just really glad. Like, I just wanted to add it to the collection. I know it sounds bad because I've mentioned that I'm not a Tank Girl fan, and I don't mean to say like I am a fan of Tank Girl. I just know that it's an important comic for British culture, and especially for the British comic scene. So I just really wanted to own that little bit of comic book history. So I can only apologise for getting this for £2, but when you consider like the comic book community compared to sports cards, sneakers, Pokemon cards, or even antiques, finding undervalued items is part of the hunt. But obviously we're in such like a close knit, tight knit community. I don't know if there's like an unspoken rule about looking out for each other, and does that apply for like a collector? I don't know. Like, again, I'm not a reseller. You guys who watch the channel, you know that that's not I don't buy to sell. My ultimate thing is I like to collect rare things. Obviously I love to collect what I like. This was it was a steal, but at the end of the day, my collection is stuff that I find interesting, stuff that I want, and ultimately for me the end game of my comic book collection is one day I will turn around to my children and say, guys, let's sell Dad's comic book collection, or sell most of it, but I'll keep some things obviously that I like. But let's sell it. Let's get your first car. Let's put your, deposit down for your first flat or house to rent or whatever. I don't know how much this stuff is going to be in like 15, 20 years. I don't know. But that's ultimately the aim for me, is that when I can help my children out in the future, that's what selling this stuff will do. It is not for selling now. If I do sell now, it's just to buy more books. It's never to pay the rent or to pay the bills, or it's literally the only times I've ever sold comics is to buy more comics. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, please. I'm really interested to know what the thoughts of the rest of the comic book community, especially on YouTube. Should collectors tell sellers what their stuff is worth? Is it my job to do that? I don't know. Is it just fair game? I don't know. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll really appreciate knowing what you guys think. So the seller clearly didn't know what they had. They obviously aren't a comic book collector. It's just a box of comics or a collection of comics that they've accumulated over the years, and I paid their asking price. There's no haggling involved. Is it wrong to profit from somebody else's lack of knowledge, or is it just part of collecting? These are the dilemmas that as a comic book collector or a collector of anything really, that you kind of ask yourself. Why should I feel bad about it? I don't know. You guys please let me know in the comments. I know I'm probably letting myself in for a world of hurt by asking what, I don't I don't normally talk about how much things have cost. And in this particular case, I'm kind of opening myself up to criticism in terms of, you know, the morals of it all. But like, I don't normally do this. I try my best to pay a fair way, but I kind of feel like I wouldn't pay £150 for this book. But I wanted to own it. So yeah, I just feel bad. But let me know what you guys think. Was like, you guys really impressed? I thought, to be honest, like, considering I'm not supposed to be buying comics because I'm moving house and I have to think about all that, I think I picked up some really good bargains. At the end of the day, I'm absolutely thrilled with my pickups, but I can't shake that little voice out of my head telling me I've kind of done something wrong. Maybe that's the thrill of it. I don't know. Maybe there's a, you know, how do you do in different situations? How do you approach them? Either way, this comic haul is going straight into my collection. Hopefully the next time you see me, I'll be in my new house. It's kind of delayed at the minute. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys next time.
James Mack in the spotlight glare, comic stacked, high stories to share. Weekly hauls and interviews flow, dive deep into the tales we know. MJ Comix fill the screen, collectors' dreams in vibrant scenes. Interviews with comic kings, listen to the wisdom it brings.